Hi guys. So I would like to talk to everybody about a few things. Um, as many of you know, my life is obviously through what I've shared in social media with family and others, has been, uh, while I've had a lot of adventures and a lot of great things happen, there's been a lot of pain, and I have experienced quite a bit. Um, the beginning of that pain, as I've shared previously, started with family incestual abuse by my grandfather that went on for years. And at a very, very young age, I was shamed into silence. I was kept silent for a very long time. As I got older, I experienced a lot of things going through dealing with all of that. And um, very young, I got married a couple of times and that didn't work out. Um, but I always felt silenced. I've always known that this life and everything that I've experienced had to have a purpose. And every time I've opened up and I've shared my story, it's touched people who have said, I needed to share more, I needed to help others. I was part of a curriculum where I got to share that story of abuse in front of thousands of people, as I shared in my last video. And since then, I've sworn that I would tell my story. And I just haven't done it. I haven't been vulnerable. And that began it. Little did I know what was going to come, what would follow. Which brings me to where I am now. I've had several relationships that were, in a way, have kept me silenced as well. I've shared about that. And other issues. But what this brings me to today and what's going on, what I want to share with the world, please guys, please, is so I've recently been in a relationship that, while there's been some good times, as he can be a very kind person, he's also a person with a past, one he hasn't dealt with, which I think is what causes him the pain that he almost feels he has to inflict on others. I honestly, at this point, I was angry. I was so angry. But I will pray for him, pray for his soul. We separated about a week ago, and that has been hard emotionally. I've been struggling. I'm also in the midst of being on medical leave because I've been so ill and have been trying to just deal with life. For those of you who are watching who don't know this, I have HIV. Yes, I have AIDS. It is managed. I'm on medication. If you've done your research, then you'll know. And if you haven't, I suggest you do. I suggest everybody do their research on what is happening with the AIDS epidemic, with the HIV epidemic. Learn, get tested. But I am undetectable, and U equals U, which means undetectable is untransmittable. I have nothing to be ashamed of. I don't know how I contracted it, to be for certain. They have tested past partners, and thank God I didn't spread it to them, and they tested clean. I may never probably know, but when this happened, after years of having so many health problems and just one traumatic thing after another, I've got 10 years worth of Facebook reminders that now in the last years they pop up. I have been able to put together a very sad timeline of how long I feel this virus attacked my body and how sick I was and how long I was misdiagnosed, why it ravaged my body to the point of AIDS. And I died. I've discussed that, and it was traumatic. And coming out to everybody that I did, the way that I did, was hard. It's still hard. I'm still processing. This has barely been over a year since I got this diagnosis. And I haven't reached out for community, and I've been trying to process it on my own. But the first thing I did a lot of praying to God, first of all, when I came off of life support. And He promised me life. And that I was going to make a difference. I had to. That I have a voice, and He's wanting me to use it. That all of the stuff that I have been through in my life has brought me here now. Yes, I'm a survivor of childhood abuse. Yes, I was an addict when I was younger. Yes, I have experienced a lot of things in life and a lot of loss. There's been a lot of death, and that's always traumatic for anybody. All this hurt, but 2 years ago, when I heard the first Time's Up speech, it sparked something in me that said I needed to start telling my story. And this was before my diagnosis. Just a few months before I ended up in the hospital. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then the next year came around, and there was Time's Up ×2. And I felt like it was the world talking to me, telling me to speak up. There's so much that needs to be brought to the AIDS information, to the community. So much information about how it's being spread. I live here in Oklahoma, where there's an opioid epidemic. And it's not just a sexually transmittable gay disease, guys. It's not. It's not. It is spreading here. If you paid attention, even Cherokee Nation has put out ads and information about how much it's hurting their tribe. And fighting because of the opioid epidemic here has led to the use of needles. And people just don't think about it. They don't. They think that, oh, it won't happen to them. Well, guess what, guys? I was that. It won't happen to me. It could be anything but this. It's this. I have it. It's something that is now treatable. I'm gonna live forever. Yes, I'm having some downfalls with my health. Yes, I've had some problems with my mental health. And that's another thing that I've fought with my entire life. I used to feel guilty for, but who wouldn't after years of abuse? As a child, being silenced and taught to wear a face to cover up everything that I was hiding inside. And I have done that for 40 years, guys. I turn 40 next month. Hold on. Truck turned itself off. I lost the light. I can't be silent anymore. I can't. So, that brings me back to this relationship with this man. He in his dark times, he is capable of saying the cruelest things. Because he hurts so much, he wants to inflict pain. So, in an attempt to hurt me, he put on social media today when somebody commented that I was beautiful. 2 people, actually. Hey guys, watch out, she has HIV. Consider this your HIV awareness. Move on. He outed me. Now, I've not been silent about this, but he has no right to do that. Nobody has the right to do that to anybody. He has had his own transmittable infectious diseases. And it wouldn't have been right for anybody to do that to him, even though he's been cured and worked through that. It hurt, and at first I wanted to break down. This has been a hard week for me. The things that I've found out and the pain that he has been inflicting, and I've been trying to process it while being gone from work and having issues with money not coming in, being held up, not being able to get my medications, things like that, which is what led to him finally breaking, because he was having to contribute some, and he was done using me. So he trashed my home, broke my TV, threatened to kill me and my family in our sleep, threatened to burn down our home. We've had the cops out to our house multiple times over his raging. He's never laid hands, but it's his mouth and his threats. And do I think he's capable of them? I don't know. I don't trust I don't want to say that my trust is broken, but I know that people who hurt people because they don't know how to process the pain. After that, when I messaged him and said, wow, I really didn't think that things could get any lower or worse, I was wrong, he began being very belligerent. I'll just say that. There's no need to go into the detail of a lot of the things that he says, that he claims that aren't true, just aren't true about anything. Unfortunately, I've learned that he pathologically lies about things, and I want him to heal. I want him to heal. I'm going to ask right now that if you pray, please pray for him, please. But I'm doing this because I've sat and I've thought all day, am I going to let this break me? Am I going to continue being silent about everything? I know my voice needs to be heard for so many reasons. I advocate so much and I've yet to take a stand. What I'm not going to do is continue to allow anybody to let me live in fear. And what in the last text message he said that I'd made a mistake, that I'd messed with the wrong person. I hadn't messed with him. And that he would be there. He would be there at every turn, at every corner, to out me at every opportunity he had, to humiliate me. This is me taking away that power. This is me saying to everybody, yes, I have HIV. Yes, I have AIDS. I'm not ashamed. And if you have a problem with it, if you're not somebody that is in my life, you're here on social media following me and you have a problem with it, please exit left. I have no room for that. I don't have space for hate in my heart. God has a plan for me. This man told me to kill myself on Christmas. Told me the world would be better off without me. I don't believe that. I don't. I'm taking that power away. It is mine to share. I ask that, guys, if I have ever touched your life in any way, or if you've ever known anybody that's had HIV or AIDS or been abused in any way, has experienced pain, trauma, mental disorders, depression, attempted suicide, any of those things that need to be spoken about, any of those things that I've been through. Share this video, please. Please. Don't just share it for me. Share it for people like me. Share it to spread awareness. Share it to break silence. Please. You are not alone, and it's time that everybody wake up to what is going on around them. This is curable, guys. This is not just the HIV epidemic, but the pain that we're suffering from the things that we've been through that lead us to addictions and drinking and all of those things that begin with pain. I'm here for you. I want you to please share for people you love who have ever experienced anything like that. I'm not just my voice, I'm your voice. I'm here for you. Thank you.